Today's subject is that there are 3 annual festivals in Old Testament. We talk about those 3 festivals. The first one is obviously that Passover. And then second one is Pentecost. And third one is Feast of Tabernacle. Okay. Feast of Tabernacle. Okay. Now, when we read Old Testament, this one is very difficult to understand. But once you understand this subject, with me, then you can understand what those one is. It's easily understandable. Okay. Now, most of us that when you talk about this, 3 annual festival, is what is the meaning of spirit? Now, obviously, this Passover changes to Easter, and this one, Feast of Tabernacle, is changed to what is it? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, and this one is Pentecost, is the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, came down. Now, most of church now that Easter and then Thanksgiving is biggest day. However, that Pentecost day, the day Holy Spirit came down, it's less important than is substituted by Christmas. Now, when you look at this one, we understand this one is very closely related with agriculture. Now, what is the Feast Tabernacle? What is Thanksgiving? It is to celebrate that all the harvest. So those one is related with agriculture, and then Pentecost is that also there are few different words, like this one is Feast of Weeks, First Fruit, things like that, and also festival with first fruit of the wheat harvest. So this one also related with also agriculture, the harvest of wheat. But then maybe this wheat must be include barley. That's my opinion. I'm going to explain you why a little later. Now, so what is the Passover then? This Passover is also now it is time for seeding. So that's Passover. So when you look at this one in the what do you call that? The date. It is this one is very close to spring. Equinox, and Feast of Tabernacle, originally autumn equinox, and then Pentecost is summer solstice. Now, with this one, 3 annual festival become clear, isn't it? Now, this one is generally March 22nd, and this one is June 21, and this one is September 21, around there. Now, but when you read the Old Testament, the Bible, then there are many different kind of names that make us confusing. Why is a different name? It is a long time ago. It is they, worship, or the moon is more important than sun. That's all. So it is based upon lunar calendar. But a Jewish calendar is mixed one, is lunar calendar and solar calendar. That's what makes it difficult. But this Passover is around March 22nd, and the Easter is is a little different day. Then you understand, because it's a little changed depending on lunar calendar and the solar calendar. That's why it makes it difficult. Now, one problem is called first fruit. Now, first fruit, okay, is after Passover. That's not reasonable matter, and this first fruit must belong to Pentecost. The reason is this: when you seed on the ground of wheat and barley in the late autumn, then this grows, survive in the winter time. Then spring come, they grow fast. Then around early June, barley can be harvest first. So in June or maybe first May, depending on, okay. So the first fruit belong to Passover. That is not reasonable, because barley can be harvested early June, and then wheat harvest is late June or early July. Now we understand why they put the wheat, but just wheat, maybe that wheat include barley too, because barley can be grow fast and then harvest earlier. Otherwise, they cannot survive a long time ago. Now, one thing we don't understand exactly is Moses, taught all the Israel people about this. But there are 40 years of Exodus, they never celebrate this, because they did not involve in agriculture. At the time, it's a nomadic life. Nomadic life is not, stay in the same places, same location, and do the agriculture. So Moses told and taught them. However, nobody did not practice during 40 years. Then this kind of a thing is that, a dilemma, because maybe this is written after Moses passed away. Then when we understand this kind of concept, then we can understand the Easter and Holy Spirit Pentecost Day, and then Thanksgiving, things like that. And this Thanksgiving is this is the autumn equinox. So the meaning for Thanksgiving is from the Bible. It's not Thanksgiving, unfortunately. And so, but this is a tradition in America. But the original meaning in the Bible is different. Now, we can make a consumption based upon this when Jesus comes. Nobody knows, but we may guess approximately. We talk about this kind of concept next one. Thank you so much for your watching.